So my name is Raymond. I'm currently the Chief Solutions Architect for Alibaba Cloud, Hong Kong, Macau, and the Philippines. And today, my present topic is in the world of everything as a service. So just like what was mentioned earlier, pandemic has caused a big changes to the world. And I believe that nobody has ever imagined that we could sit in this place using a remote tools to run the event such like that. So now, the technology has been changed quite significantly in the last two years. And now, we can see that cloud has playing a more and more important role in any of the conversation with the IT decision makers for companies. So today I will talk about a little bit about Alibaba Cloud, just give a brief overview of how it is doing. And then I will talk about some of the technologies that we are working with some of the enterprises, the retail, the fintech. And lastly, I will also present some of the customer cases in Philippine local market. So anyone have, if you are not aware of Alibaba Cloud, so just give you a brief intro. Alibaba Cloud is sitting at the bottom of Alibaba Group. So it serves as the technology arm, which provide cloud computing, the AI, and big data technologies to the whole group. So you know that Alibaba Group have a lot of different business serving our end consumers. It provides online business such as Taobao, Tmall, Lazada, and also there's also quite a lot of offline stores, including the Herma and also some of the others. So from Alibaba Group perspective, we call it's a digital economy or the digital ecosystem because everything is fully digitalized. We leverage all the data captured from our online business to drive our internal decision making. And then based on the smart analytics and the AI technologies in our group, we then leverage, give the insight, and then continue to drive and feedback to the business itself. So we can see here 5 of the key pillars supporting the Alibaba Group's business. One is the logistics arm powered by Cainiao. The other one is the digital marketing arm powered by Alimama. And then there's all financial service and payment powered by Ant Financial. And then also, there's also a mapping system powered by AMAP. And then lastly is Alibaba Cloud as the technology arms. So for anyone who doesn't know about Double 11, Double 11 is simply like the biggest event of Alibaba Group. It happens every year. And then traffic keep on growing because it's a big discount on a single day on 11th of November. So before that day, we have quite a lot of different promotions in the market about the discount and the coupons. Everything will run for that single day. You could imagine that the volume of the traffic that are waiting at that moment, and then all of a sudden, when it opens on the midnight, then everyone will come into the website to start the shopping, right? So now based on the latest technology and updates, and now Alibaba Cloud's ecosystem during that day is fully on Alibaba Cloud. So by running that, it gives quite a lot of benefits to the Alibaba Group, including the improvement of the R&D efficiency and also reduction of the cost and also the better utilization of our CPU resources. But of course, every year we adopt some of the most advanced technology from our Damo academic and apply that to our internal group. That will include some of the latest technology for AI chips and also some of them for the AI mock-car, and also for the Alibaba Cloud's global coverage of the network, providing a smooth experiences to our end consumers. And also there's also like a high volume and proven TPS, PolarDB cloud native databases. And of course, we also have our big data technology for Apache Flink. And lastly, there's also for this year, we have also the latest technology for what we call the Xiaomandu, right? The logistic robot who are responsible for the last mile delivery to our consumers. So now Alibaba Cloud has a broad coverage on around the world, and you can see that there, around the world we have approximately 25 regions across, and in particular we can see that there's a high concentration of the regions in Asia Pacific, and including mainland China, and Hong Kong, and also Tokyo, Singapore, and also Philippines, right? We just launched the Philippines region this year, and we also a significant contributor of the green energies. Since year 2014, we have already started to build, apply the latest technology to our data center building and constructions, and by leveraging lake cooling, air cooling, and liquid cooling technologies. And now the recognition from third party has quite significantly boost our recognition in the worldwide as well. And based on the latest third party analyst reports from Gartner and also the IDC, now Alibaba Cloud is the top cloud provider in mainland China and also in Asia Pacific as well. And of course, around the globe, we are ranked number 3. So that's from the market share perspective. But more importantly, we have put in a lot of investment in our products to improve the core competence in the technologies. So based on the latest analyst report from Gartner, scorecard, out of those 9 product portfolios, we have storage, security, network, and compute ranked as number 1. And also the overall ranking is number 3. And we have significantly increased our score from 69 to 81 out of 100. So that means the full investment in our infrastructure and the core technology has never been stopped. And we keep on continuing to improve our core competence and the product capabilities to provide a better service to our end customers. And applying to a local strategy in Asia Pacific, we definitely, Alibaba is the best technology partner to help your business grow in these regions. That will consist of 4 of these categories. One is the widespread coverage in the region. And secondly, is about the technology. Everyone knows that in Alibaba Group, we have a Damo Academic as the R&D arm, and we recruit some of the best talents to research on some of the most advanced technology and then apply it to the Alibaba Group. And for Alibaba Cloud as the technology arm and also the commercialization of those technologies, we keep on improving our technologies and apply to some of the most prominent third-party recognition in the world. And in addition, the ecosystem presented in the region that also give us an advantage to work with our customers, including Lazada, AliExpress, Alipay. So in case that you have a more business needs, just more on top of the cloud technologies, then Alibaba Group can provide the connectivity, the connections, and coordination with other business units. And of course, we have a local dedicated support team in Philippines to provide an end-to-end support service from sales, solutioning, and professional service and technical support in the local market as well. Here is a brief overview of the product portfolio of Alibaba Cloud. At the bottom, we have some of the core technology and product portfolio, which was mentioned earlier. From computing, we have not only about the ECS and the auto-scaling of the cloud, but also we provide a strong portfolio to empower the Kubernetes and cloud-native container services to our customers. And of course, about the serverless and also the function compute, we provide this to empower you to quickly adopt to cloud without a legacy technologies. And also another beauty of using Alibaba Cloud is the networks. We provide a very easy to use network connectivity that can spread across the world. And also on top of the core technology, we also have the databases and big data and AI technologies who can empower you to do the transformations and more intelligently. Along with that, there's also the security products that we provide who would ensure that the adoption on cloud is fully reliable and secure. And on top of all the portfolio, we provide the media, which we've seen that is a big trend in the world. A lot of people are doing the remote services and also the remote selling. So we have the live streaming and also the video on demand services, which empower some of the most prominent, the live streaming platform in the world. We understand that security and compliance is one of the top priorities for everyone who adopt cloud. For Alibaba, we keep on investing on this field, and from a global scale, we have already been obtaining some of the significant certifications, including ISO, SOC, and PCI DSS. Also from a regional perspective, we also obtain some of the prominent regional certifications in different countries and also in different industries as well. And lastly, privacy is also quite important, and we proactively participate into different programs to ensure that anyone adopting the cloud, their privacy is fully protected. Say, for example, GDPR, and in Hong Kong, we also have our local privacy protections been certified, and we keep on investing in other territory as well. So now, we had actually, jointly with another third-party research organization to conduct a survey in Philippines. And what we observed is that the significant increment of the users who are, willing to adopt cloud technologies, especially after the pandemic. Everyone know that the significance of digital transformation for their business in order to improve their efficiency and improve the end customers' experiences. So that's why we start our cloud journey together with our new Philippines data center. And in the following section, I will introduce some of the most prominent products and solutions that we find could be a quick win for everyone to adopt the cloud journey. So the first one is the enterprise on cloud. Here, we know that for enterprise, they are facing the IT governance problem when they are considering cloud. So we'll talk about landing zone. And then, we talk about remote service that will, facilitate the end user to work remotely from anywhere by using the Elastic Desktop service, and also the DingTalk platform as the open collaboration platform who would enable, the remote workforce to adopt. So firstly, we talk about landing zone. What we observe is that, for a IT governance, traditionally on premises, whenever you're trying to adopt the cloud, you need to apply the same mechanism and the governance and also those other frameworks on the cloud. But traditionally, it will face a typical challenge of security and financial budgeting, and also the operational pain point. And sometimes it will also face the compliance challenges as well. So that's why we have started to introduce about this landing zone framework, who can help any enterprises whenever they want to consider cloud technologies, they can adopt that gracefully, right? By planning ahead and by planning how to do the resources and also the network and also financial management, and then the IAM as well. But of course, we fully understand about after you deploy on the cloud, the governance is not a one-time exercise, but rather it's a continuous effort and activities. We have provided relevant tools to empower you to do these continuous compliances on the cloud. And once you have built up this solid foundation of landing zone, then you can start to do the cloud migration with migrating all those applications onto the cloud safely, reliably, and quickly. So we have a framework, a quite mature framework, that can help any customer from small size, medium size, and large size to adopt Alibaba Cloud. And we have the professional services team to help to do the preparations of the landing zone design and also constructions from resource planning and also the cost center and also the budget controls of the cloud and also the network security and also the operations and more importantly is a compliance as well. And lastly, we'll also have the team to help you to migrate to the cloud. And secondly, it's about the Elastic Desktop Search. Now, desktop as a service, we have been seeing that technology for a long time. Traditionally, it was on the PC, and then it was on the VDI technologies. But now, given that more and more people are starting to work remotely, and we think that desktop as a service using cloud will be one of the trend as well going forward. That would provide more benefits to any of our customers, including the agilities and security on the cloud, and also more scalable on the cloud as well, so that it can cater for any of your employee growth in the future. By leveraging Elastic Desktop service, it's a fully integrated solution that can provide you a mechanism to connect it to your data center. So we provide two different major forms of EDS service. One is installation as a software on the PC and laptop. And the other one is these small devices. It's like a palm size, so it's quite small and handy so that you can bring it anywhere. Just in case that you have some sensitive data that want to store on the local devices, that's another option for you. So we provide all those secure mechanisms so that you can provide a secure transmission to Alibaba Cloud, and then you land in there and using the DaaS, desktop service. We also have this, the identity management and the access management with quite a lot of different security tools to ensure that the landing and also the continuous operations with your local data centers. And lastly is about the DingTalk. DingTalk is an all-in-one collaboration platform. It's actually being used by every Alibaba Cloud employee on a daily basis as well. It's quite a rich feature platform, which can provide not only about the instant messaging, but also the audio conference call, video conference call, the emails, and also more importantly is the daily works of every employee, including the reporting, the dashboarding, the check-in, and the process approval, and much more. And we have already commercialized this product so that everyone can download it on iOS or the Android. But also we have provided more premium versions that can provide more enterprise-grade features, right? That would include some of the templates, right? Including collaborations and marketing, finance. All these templates will facilitate you to adopt DingTalk in more enterprise-ready grade. But of course, DingTalk is not only about a collaboration, but also we are open to all our ecosystem so that you can build and embed or integrate it with other systems in your house, including CRM, HR, financial, and more. We have a case in Hong Kong. They are using a DingTalk to embed into their the HR system for any employee leave, and that's quite handy. And also, moreover, you can also integrate with some of our Alibaba Cloud ecosystem BC unit as well. And we've seen quite a lot of small and medium-sized businesses start to adopt DingTalk. as part of their daily collaborations. And on the left-hand side, you can see that we have actually embedded with a lot of other devices as well, including the check-in and attendance machines. So the employee that you want to track the attendance, and then can be integrated with DingTalk, so that you can connect to the physical, and then you have the DingTalk as dashboard to monitor all those different activities. And on the right side, that's the way that we work in Alibaba Cloud. On every day we start this our daily work from checking out DingTalk and checking the email. And maybe we also want to declare our health status, and everything can be done on the mobile app, right? And we can quickly line up a conference call with our teammates, and we can quickly do an instant messenger and also the emails with our teammates. And also definitely, if you are an approver and your teammates submit any sort of expenses or annual leave, all those workflow can be done within the mobile using DingTalk as well. And lastly, if you are at the end of the day, you are summarizing your daily work, and then you also have this reporting function in DingTalk that you can quickly do a summarize and statistics based on that. So here is a customer case that we have done for one of the major banks in Hong Kong, Hang Seng Bank. And this is Hang Seng Bank is a banking service that provide a lot of 2B business in mainland China. And traditionally, they are using the emails or the mail parcels to communicate with their customers. By leveraging Alibaba Cloud, we basically have helped them to build up a DingTalk as well as a public-facing official account, which the enterprise customer can communicate and get their banking receipts from the DingTalk. Right, the ultra benefit of doing this is that it improves the digital experiences to all the customers in Hang Seng. Okay, next section I will talk about retail on the cloud. So we have seen that quite a lot of retailer and e-commerce has grown in the last 2 years. And how do you know about your customer? Whether you can provide a better customer experiences on the mobile or on your website. That's the key topics that we'll discuss. And here I would like to introduce some of the technologies as a service that can fully facilitate this development. Firstly, it's about the image search. So traditionally, we are talking about text search, where you can log into a website, go open up the mobile, and you can type in what you want to shop, right? And sometimes what we find that is that some of the items could not be easily described by keywords. And say, for example, on the right-hand side, this is this clothes, to be honest, is quite hard to describe by words. And on the left-hand side, this pad is also quite difficult to describe as well. And also not to mention about the complexity of the languages across the world. So there's an old saying that a picture is worth 1,000 words. So we applied it here, is that by using the image search, you can easily search to look like what the item look like on the mobile app by simply clicking on a camera on your mobile phone. And after you take a picture of what you are looking for, you can simply get the result of the relevant inventory from your e-commerce site. And the other technologies that I want to introduce is the open search. This is a search engine being used by Alibaba Cloud daily, including quite a lot of different business units, including Lazada as well, right? The reason of this open search engine is because what we find that we are more retail basis, and quite a lot of time the items are quite specific to this area, and by leveraging OpenSearch. It's a search engine built by Alibaba Cloud's Taobao and Tmall business. And it fully tailor-made for e-commerce. Quite a lot of the time, the keywords and all these synonyms and all those items, how you apply the logic and the breaking on that one can be easily been applied in this search engine. And secondly, it's fully scalable and it can cater for some of the most stringent moments in Alibaba Cloud, including the 1 million QPS during our last Double 11 shopping festival. So it provides quite a lot of different features that can support the e-commerce wording and segmentations, and also the popularity model and the keyword. And also you can try your user behavior by applying different motions and keyword and the weighting as well. So it's easy to use, so you can quickly deploy the OpenSearch template on your field, and then you can fully do the customization and development on the cloud by using this OpenSearch feature. And lastly is about the AI recommendations. So how do you know about your customer, and how do you quickly adopt a recommendation to improve your conversion rate? So by embedding with Alibaba Cloud's AI recommendation engine, it's an out-of-box recommendation engine that's been fully integrated with the backend data modeling technologies. So you can simply input some of the key products such as the product, users, and behavior. And then by adopting the underlying modeling, we can quickly promote you with relevant content on your website and mobile. And lastly, we talk about the fintech on the cloud. That's another key trend that we observe in the market, because financial service is typically we've seen it is traditional and it's developed in a slower pace because of the governance. And by leveraging some of the technology that we provide, what we've seen that is we can improve customer experiences and also the digital onboarding of the customers, and also reduce some of the costs as well. Here is a full picture of the digital native solution landscape for Alibaba Cloud's financial industry. And we start from the digital onboarding services for the end customers. And here we have some of the technology and products who can facilitate a mobile first strategy for banks or for the financial institutions. And we also follow for EKYC, who can facilitate the customer digital onboarding process as well. And on the second one is agility at the core, where we can provide some of the core technologies to empower some of the financial grade infrastructure. In here, I would mention about the cloud quotation later, who can facilitate the market data as a service to some of our securities firms. And not to mention about some of the big data and AI technology that are provided by Damo Academic. But of course, even though we are not mentioned today sections, but we also have like risk management, trust management, some of the other products and services we can apply to our financial customers. So here I would like to talk about the first services. It's called a cloud quotation, and it's a stock. You imagine that it's a stock exchange data as a service. So traditionally, whenever you want to provide a quotation, a quote system or a market data, then you need to do quite a lot of initial investment, including acquiring the subscription from all those stock exchanges around the world. And also you need to set up a network connectivity from the exchange to your data center. And then you also need to build up an infrastructure in order to host the applications and so forth, so on. There's a lot of initial investment involved during this whole process. And not to mention about, from a global scale, the network connectivity sometimes could be bad. how would you ensure that your end user could get the latest and most up-to-date market data from your website and from your mobile app? So here we introduce this stock exchange data as a service called cloud quotation, which can provide a ultra low total cost of ownership. You don't need to set up all those initial cost investments. We have already done it for you. You just pay for a simple subscription, and then you can enjoy those exchange data as a service on your mobile or on your website. And currently, we have already been partnered with NASDAQ from the US and also Hong Kong Exchange in Hong Kong. And there are more to come, which are still work in progress, but we believe that we hope to connect to all these major stock exchanges around the world in the future. And of course, another beauty of adopting this technology is that it's scalable. Based on the cloud technology and infrastructure, it's fully scalable, so it can support any size of business, from startup to medium size to large size. And of course, by leveraging Alibaba Cloud's global backbone network, we can provide a fully resilient and disaster recovery network around the globe and provide a ultra low latency market data to the end customers. Here is an example of how a Hong Kong securities firm has adopted this market data as a service. So traditionally, like what I mentioned earlier, they have encountered quite a lot of issues, and the efforts and cost of setting up a quotation data and system is quite expensive. By leveraging Alibaba Cloud solutions, we enable the customer to provide a fast and reliable data transmission across the world, and also it can support up to 1 million QPS to empower their whole system to their end customers. And of course, it's fully resilient because market data sometimes could be quite critical for every investors. Any downtime could cause financial eventually to harm the reputation of the securities firm. So here, by leveraging Alibaba Cloud's cloud quotation, is a fully resilient market data as a service we can provide by leveraging the cloud technologies. And the other technologies I want to introduce is called MPaaS. It's short for mobile platform as a service. So here on the left-hand side, we can see that this technology has been actually adopted by Alipay for more than 10 years. So you will imagine that if you got an Alipay mobile app on your phone, that the underlying technologies and the framework is called MPaaS, right? And why we are doing this is because based on Alipay's experiences in the last 10 years, we can see that mobile first is one of the key strategies adopted by a lot of different enterprises. And how would you ensure that your mobile is up to the standard and also can meet end customers' expectation on the experiences and also the business growth? So here, based on Alibaba, the Alipay, we have done quite a lot of huge volume transactions based on some of the events that we did in Double 11. And also we have also embedded some of the other mini programs or other ecosystem partners into one part of this app. So that's why we call it a super app, right? It's a one-stop app that you can do anything on this app. So we have this mature framework commercialized as MPaaS, which can empower you to build a similar super app from scratch, from development, coding, to deployment, and the mobile testing on different mobile devices, and also the release and the controls. And also more importantly is about the mobile analytics. How long a customer has stayed on that particular mobile page, and how is the crash rate of your mobile app, and how's the performance of switching between different apps. So those would be all analyzed by this platform to provide you with a dashboard. But of course, by running that, we also have the operational features that can empower the team to further enhance the performance of your mobile app. So it's a full life cycle super app development platform that we can provide to to the market. So this framework has already been adopted by quite a lot of different customers from different industries. And it's been proven by some of the most stringent and high volume traffic and scenarios. Say, for example, in China Railway, what we call the 12306, the mobile app. It's supporting the Chinese New Year, and consumers. So typically they will buy the train tickets from that moment. And this framework has sustained and support more than 300 million users during that 2019 Chinese New Year. And not to mention about all the other banks, it's a fully financial graded framework. It can further improve the mobile app startup time significantly, and also it can reduce the app crash rate significantly as well. But of course, we can also provide quite a lot of different ecosystem, mini program, or other rich features into your app with a very mature technology framework. And nevertheless, we observe that remote service has becoming quite prominent in the last 2 years. And here, on top of the MPaaS, we have released a new feature called Video Service Center. So you mentioned that it's a feature that would enable your business to do remote selling, remote account opening by leveraging the live streaming capability in your mobile phone. We have a success case we have supported China City Bank International in Hong Kong to provide these super app experiences. So this bank, they have traditionally using on-premises architecture, and they have this emotion mobile app who would want to do the digital next generation banking experiences to their end customers. So by adopting MPaaS as the first phase, they start to improve their development efficiencies and also the operational digitalization so that it can provide them with better user experiences. But of course, now we are working with this bank on a MPaaS Video Service Center module because it's fully extendable. So by adopting this MPaaS framework, they have significantly increased the new customer acquisition rate by 4 times and also improve and increase the customer base by 2 times. And like what I mentioned earlier, now is the work that we are working together with the bank. And on top of the MPaaS framework, we are working on a remote service center where the client, they can establish a fully remote and digitalized experiences to end consumers with the bank's relationship manager on a lot of different scenarios, including bank transfer, credit card activations, account opening, and also identity information change as well. And lastly, the third technology is Solos Real ID. So it's a eKYC for remote account opening technologies, and it's a SaaS service who can provide an eKYC to help customers digital onboarding for their embedded on their mobile phone. So you imagine that you can, whenever you want to check the customers and verify and authenticate the customer, there's by leveraging mobile phones video camera, you can do a selfie and you can do a picture of the ID card. And then we do the comparisons, and we also connected to some of the other integrated systems to provide this fluent digital onboarding process. It's one of the most proven technology in the world. Actually, we have obtained the ISO 30107 level 2. It's only one of the 8 companies in the world who has already certified with this standard. And this whole service is quite easy to be deployed as well, because it provides you with a very light SDK. The meaning of having this light SDK is it will also improve your startup time of your mobile app, because the smaller the SDK size is, the quicker your mobile app will perform. But of course, the accuracy rate is fully been proven by some of our existing customers as well. And we also support more than 50 international ID in the world. Okay, lastly, I will talk about some of the local customer cases in Philippines. And in a worldwide perspective, we have been supporting quite a lot of customers from different industries to go cloud, from retail and e-commerces to the financial services, to the manufacturing, aviations, telco, and also the media and entertainment. And here in Philippines, we are actually supporting Gcash on their digital wallet. So Gcash, everyone, I believe that you should be quite familiar with Gcash. And during the pandemic, they actually have a very, very significant increase on their business. So by leveraging Alibaba Cloud, we actually been supporting the business growth elastic by leveraging the cloud, and not only about the elasticity of the cloud, but also by leveraging the max compute and EMR technology. Gcash has adopted this to understand about the customer's insights, so that we can further improve their business and operation, and also the promotions for their business as well. And secondly, is about Kumo. Kumo is a live streaming entertainment platform in Philippines, and it provides all those short video clips and in the mobile, right? And Alibaba Cloud's positioning is that we provide a short video development framework and the SDK, so that Kumo can easily adopt that SDK to quickly onboard their short video applications. So by leveraging also our CDN and the live streaming technologies, we can further improve the customer experiences on Kumo as well. And lastly is about UBX. So UBX is a spun-off from the Union Bank in Philippines, and they have already used, they are using Alibaba Cloud Solos for their real ID, for the ID verifications and digital onboarding for the end customer, so that it can improve the efficiency and the user experiences by this onboarding process. Okay, so that would conclude my presentation today. And I hope that Alibaba Cloud could help anyone's cloud journey as a service as well. Thanks.